Is it true that Jungkook decided to leave BTS because of something related to Kim Taehyung? Why did this rumor surface in the middle of BTS members' military service? And what exactly is happening behind the scenes of the K-pop industry, which continues to demand loyalty, even from idols like Jungkook? This shocking news broke to the public just last night and immediately rocked the global ARMY community. There was no warning, no prior official statement, but a series of hints and signals from social media to the behavior of BTS members themselves have started to create a big unsolved puzzle. Reports circulating in several South Korean and international fan forums mention that Jungkook was seen deleting several BTS-related posts from his personal account. Although no direct statements have been made by the agency or the artist himself, numerous entertainment industry analysts have noted that this action is not a mere coincidence. One X, formerly Twitter, account with a fairly accurate track record of leaking K-pop information stated that this decision by Jungkook stemmed from an internal dynamic that had been brewing for some time, particularly concerning his personal and professional relationship with Taehyung, his fellow BTS member. Is it possible that internal conflict truly occurred between these two BTS members? Could this drastic decision be a response to something deeper, something that has been hidden from the public eye? And more importantly, will BTS continue to exist in its current form after all of this is revealed? The issue linking Jungkook and Taehyung is not new, but this time the situation is different. There has been no collaborative content between them for the past few months, even though they were previously known as a close duo, often appearing together at various events. Even in the promotional videos and interview materials recently released by HYBE, Jungkook and Taehyung were noticeably not in the same frame, something unusual considering their previous promotional habits, which highlighted the unity of all 7 members. Meanwhile, HYBE has continued to stay silent. No official statement or clarification has been issued since the issue surfaced. An internal source close to the situation, who requested anonymity from local media, stated that there is a very serious internal discussion taking place and that the management team is currently considering a communication strategy to respond to the situation without escalating further. If Jungkook is indeed considering leaving BTS, this decision would mark one of the most controversial turning points in K-pop history. Jungkook is not only the lead vocalist and a standout performer of the group, but also an iconic symbol of BTS's dedication and hard work since their debut in 2013. His departure would be a massive blow, not just to the group, but also to the label and millions of ARMY fans who have idolized him for over a decade. However, many also speculate that this could be a management strategy to rebuild the group's narrative with a more emotional approach ahead of their comeback post-military service. On the other hand, some fans who have been closely observing the members' behavior have pointed out that Jungkook, in several of his recent live streams, has shown a much more somber expression and has spoken with a cautious tone, as if holding back something he wants to reveal but is constrained by contract or internal loyalty. Could there be a possibility that his decision to distance himself from BTS is temporary, perhaps part of a more aggressive solo career plan? Or is this a reaction to the personal dynamics between him and Taehyung, which have always appeared close but could very well harbor conflicts that have never been publicized? This issue has also sparked widespread debate among fans about the personal rights of BTS members in making life choices. Have the public been pressuring these idols too much, leaving them no room to be honest? Has the Korean entertainment industry, for so long focused on the perfection image, been stifling the human side of its artists? In a recent development, Korea's Dispatch media outlet hinted that several sources around Jungkook's environment stated that the artist is currently in a phase of making a significant personal decision that is not final. However, the outlet also emphasized that there is no strong evidence linking the issue directly to Taehyung, though that possibility cannot be entirely ruled out. The question now is, if not because of Taehyung, then who or what? Why did this rumor spread so quickly and immediately get linked to Taehyung? Is there a particular motive behind the creation of this narrative? Or perhaps this is part of a larger scheme in managing the public's emotions and perceptions? On the other hand, ARMY continues to rally support via social media, stating that no matter what Jungkook decides, they will continue to support him. However, many still feel disappointed, panicked, and even angry for being left without an explanation. Many have expressed their sadness through open letters addressed to Jungkook and Taehyung, pleading for clarity and hoping for reconciliation if indeed there has been a conflict. Media psychology experts have stated that this situation could serve as a major lesson for the global entertainment industry on the importance of transparency and emotional protection for artists. They are not just content-producing machines, but humans living under immense pressure from millions of watching eyes. Now, the world waits. Will Jungkook speak out? Will Taehyung respond? And most crucially, will BTS remain intact after all of this? One thing is for certain, this shockwave is showing no signs of subsiding. And as ARMY shakes, anxiously awaiting an official statement, the K-pop industry, and even the world, is once again faced with the harsh reality that behind the glitter of fame, there is always a fragile side that has never been fully revealed. However, in such a troubling situation, the public must reconsider. How valid is the information circulating widely on social media and digital platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and online forums? Is it true that Jungkook left BTS because of a conflict with Taehyung, or is this merely a sensational narrative crafted to garner attention and clicks? Are we witnessing an unavoidable reality, or just getting swept up in a well-packaged hoax? We must not turn a blind eye to the fact that viral information is not necessarily factual. It must be emphasized that this article refers to various open sources, most of which have not received official confirmation from the relevant parties. Therefore, the question is, are we consumers of news or victims of media manipulation? Have we been skeptical enough in assessing, or are we too quick to conclude based solely on a narrative that stirs our emotions? In this era of fast information, we must pause and ask, who benefits if such rumors spread widely? Are the public being exploited by algorithms? Or is there someone deliberately creating this narrative for image, business, or discourse control? Is this part of a covert promotional strategy, or a failure in the communication system between artists and their audience? As readers, you play an important role in the digital information ecosystem. Therefore, we invite you to reflect. How far do you trust this news? Are you ready to accept the possibility that it may all be a game of perception and interpretation? Or do you believe that behind this cloud of speculation lies a truth waiting to be revealed? Your critique and questions are greatly needed. Let's discuss. Does this information reflect reality? Or is it shaping a mass illusion? Don't let emotions alone determine your stance. Be skeptical, reflective, and responsible in dealing with every piece of news. Because in a world flooded with viral narratives, critical thinking is our only protection against information manipulation. Thank you for your attention and involvement.